long toss. The red means you gotta do it together. As an entirety, as a group. So if all of you guys show up at 11, we're all doing the warm-up together. Guys are all doing long toss together. Make sense? Every other section, the green, purple, black, blue, and other purple, it's all individual. So if you have a bigger group than what we have now, some guys couldn't make it, due to their scheduling, whatever, those could be in different groups. Not everybody can get on the box. Not everybody can get on the bench at the same time. Use your heads and you guys can break it up into any of these sections separately with your own little workout group. Does that make sense? So the Erskine guys are working together. They could work in a different section than the Florida guys or the high school guys. It doesn't matter. Does that make sense? All of this program, all of you guys can be doing every single bit of it. There's not anything that should restrict any of you guys or anything. There's not too much actual throwing involved in it. It's a lot more of a body sequencing and preparing our body to throw with the correct form. Make sense? Coach Jake is going to take over the full warm-up section. Please make sure you're paying attention to it. The movements are pretty specific. Then you guys are going to plyos. These stars and black stars, you guys have nothing to worry about. Just for the younger group, you guys aren't doing some of the same things that you guys are doing. It's going to be a little bit more in depth, a little bit more detail. Please make sure you're paying attention to all of it. Younger guys watching this, you know on the board the stars are your area. Anything that does not have a star next to it on the board, you guys are not completing. The only thing that you're not completing is the single leg plyos. Everything else, we're all doing to entirety. Deal? Go ahead, you don't need your gloves, you don't need nothing but your bodies. You guys are marching outside, meeting up with Coach Jake. Hit it. So jump squat.
Alright boys, jump squats. Hop down in the proper form. There's a little hop going, 3 hops. Squat down, back up. Squat down, stretch out, back up. Squat down, stretch out, back up. Okay? We go from there, we go into an open hip and a back lunge. Okay, so it's going to be an open hip, step over the hurdle, straight to a back lunge. Okay, so open hip, straight to a hurdle, back lunge. This is part of our dynamic. Okay, open hip, back lunge. Okay, then it's a knee pull to a side lunge. Pull it up, chest up, knee to chest, not chest to knee, okay? So straight up, lunge it out. Straight up, lunge it out. We'll do 10 of each of these, okay? Then we got a figure 4 front lunge. Pull it up nice and high, front lunge. Pull it up nice and high, front lunge, okay?
Elbows.
Okay, we've got elbows and scorpions, okay? You'll go on your back, arms out wide. Leg out, side, stretch out, swap it, other side, stretch out, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? You'll flip it over like a pancake. Arms out wide, this is called a scorpion. Okay? Trying to touch my opposing hand, okay? Back and forth, stretch it out. Back and forth. Alright? Listen up. Small circles forward to the big circles. Small circles back. In the big circles. You got full parts. Alright. Circle it forward. Circle it back. Okay. Over the top. Pull it apart. Circle it forward. Circle it back. Okay. Walking T. First one on down every warm up. We'll get up on the line. Just like the apex, we pull it up. And then we tee it out. Okay. Trying to get to parallel. Okay. Take a couple steps. Pull it up. Out, okay? Next one, Eric.
Over under hurdle.
Over under hurdle. Okay. Halfway. Let's go over the hurdle and under the hurdle. Okay? Over the hurdle and under the hurdle. Alright? Halfway. Just around. So over the hurdle and under the hurdle. progressions, just high knees. I want to see arm action, okay? Popping up off our toes. So high knees. That's good, okay? Make sure get that arm action going, nice and relaxed at the top. Butt kick, same thing. Okay? Going away, back pedal, sprint. Back pedal, start small, start small, get big. Cross grip. Stay straight. Okay? After our back pedal, we have bounds. Okay? Nice and long strides. Okay? Nice and powerful steps. Guiding out. Okay? Nice and powerful. Alright? Finish with 2 prone sprints. Alright? So prone sprinting is designed to excel forward. Okay? I don't want to see butts go up. Face down. I don't want to see you guys go back. It's all forward. Okay? All forward, off, 7 prone sprint. 2 of those. Make sense?
Good. Plyos inside, boys. Have balance with the cone the whole time, then you will go to a plate. 10-pound plate, then do a 25-pound plate, then do a 35-pound plate, working for your specific strength level. I'm gonna say Cal could do a little bit more weight than a bench. Make sense? Use your own judgment for where you have to be, but all of you will start with the cone for the balance. I'm sure, I don't have to pull up the video, but I'm sure most of you guys have seen Stroman doing the same type of bear crawls with a $400 glass of wine on his back. In a wine glass. Little circle at the bottom, small stem, and he's got $400 worth of wine in there. He's very confident with his bear crawls and his core stabilization that he's able to complete that without breaking his wine glass. Make sense? Start with the cones, go into plates. Plyos.
Beautiful. All right, plyometrics. Walk before we can run. So we're going to do a landing portion first, okay? I want you guys to get to the box where we're doing a vertical jump. It's not a flexibility contest, okay? We're not bringing the knees up. It's a float up on the box, okay? You step off like you're stepping off a bridge, and you're sticking the landing, okay? 5 of those. We go to double leg plyo, where we go up, stick on the box, off a bridge. This is called a depth jump. We're going down, and vertical jump up. Okay, 5 of those. Then we have a long jump. We'll float up on the box, step off a bridge, stick, and out. Okay? That's the double leg plyos.
Can you show them the jump from the back in the camera, please?
The jump with the stick?
Yes, just just to a float so they can see you jump up.
Okay. So the float, it's not knees up, no knees up. We're just floating. Vertical jump, okay? So chesting our vert. Alright? Step off, stick. Alright? Single leg.
What you got?
And a small box.
Single leg sticks. Little guys, in camera you are not doing single leg plyos. You are only doing the double leg progression. This section here with the single leg plyos is for the older group.
Okay, single leg plyos. You will do 5 each side with a stick. Okay, same thing. It's going to be a float up. Okay, stick, back down, stick. Okay, 5 each side. And we have a lateral jump. Okay, so start right here. We will float up, stick, back down, and stick. Okay, land both feet. So one more time. Float up, stick, and stick. Okay, 5 each side. All right, speed skater. Last one on plyos. Just 12 seconds for each interval. Okay, let our energy system recover. So we're just going back and forth as quick as we can for 12 seconds. Okay, with the speed skaters. All right.
Easy enough, right? Okay, so that's going to be the full completion of our warm-up and our plyo section. It's getting the blood flowing, we're ready to actually work here. Now we're going into our shoulder stabilization. Much like I said, after these 2 are complete, especially after the warm-up complete, there's already a buttload of you guys working on plyos. Probably wouldn't benefit you guys to be waiting in line too much, right? So you can go to any of these other sections. The best option would be and go in absolute order. Does that make sense? But you can Alphabet's very simple. You will grab a 10-pound medicine ball. It does not matter if it is the squishy one or if it is a hard one. It does not matter. We have a little black one that's squishy, and we have another blue one over here on the shelf. These are all 10 pounds. It does not matter which one you really use. Very simple, shoulder height. Press the ball against the wall. I'm engaged my scaps here, and all I'm going to do is draw the alphabet. All capital letters, A, B, C, D, E, all the way to Z. We'll do it with both arms, 2 sets each arm. Does that make sense? Band pull aparts. Bands are always here. Inside the cage, up on the rack. You guys can be doing up into reds, but it's not really a workout. It's more of a shoulder stabilization exercise, feeling through the shoulders. Grab your bands far enough apart that you're not struggling too much. Pinch and pull the scaps. From here, pull apart to the nipple line. Not up here choking myself on my neck. Down here in the nipples, all through scaps. Slow and controlled on the way back. Pop it open on the nipple line. Pinching scaps hard and heavy. Slow and controlled on the way back. Make sense? Check me out. Scap push-ups, very, very simple. Most of you guys have probably done them before. Scap push-up, normal push-up position. The arms don't bend like we're doing a standard push-up. The arms stay locked out and straight. All we're doing is pinching our scaps, pushing up through our scaps. Pinching down with our scaps, pushing up through our scaps. Make sense? We all completed? Yoga push-up. Really simple. Engaging your core, keeping a straight body the whole time. All you're doing is doing a push-up through all your shoulders. From here, up, down. 1, 2, 3. At the bridge section, your ears should be between your biceps, and you should be looking in between your feet. When you go up, your head is up, looking in front of you, and you're not on the ground physically. You might be kissing it, but I'm not resting on the ground. Just holding my body up, swing my body up. Make sense? We have single arm plank. You'll be in a push-up position with your feet spread wide. Plank. 30 seconds. Switch. 30 seconds. Easy enough. Third set is yoga push-ups into single arm plank with scap rotation and shoulder rotation. Yes? That's the last superset. There we go. So the yoga push-up again. Building the house. Tearing it down. Single arm plank with scap rotation. Feet wide again. Single arm plank. Your hand starts behind your head like you're wiping the sweat off of your neck. From here, pull extend into a turn with the back side of your hand going as far up on your back as you can. Right-handed throwers, you will see that your left arm is generally going to be a little bit more flexible. This is a stabilization and stretching exercise. Take it seriously. Real good rotation of the shoulder. Okay? Full breath. Got me? Easy enough. We'll feel some burn in your shoulders. Perfectly normal. Got me? Pictures, Medi ball, crow hops with the Medi ball swing. Weight is up to you. 10 pounds is ideal. More, totally up to you. If you're going to go heavier than the 10 pounds, you're getting into the harder medicine balls. They bounce back. Don't get kneecapped. Put it on the slight angle. We're starting either totally sides of the ball, here, or with your bottom hand, your left hand, right-handed throwers, behind the ball. Totally up to you for feel. Slow motion would be a pitcher's lift into a crow hop. Swing with a scissor. Back leg fires behind you. Try to kick the front kick out fast and furious. Does that make sense? Full speed, look like this. You're focusing on your post when you're going through, and the hips firing through. Make sense? You see it again, it'll look like this. Pictures lift. And fire. Easy enough. Split squat slams. Split squat position, stride rocker position. Full arm circle, into a slam. Full arm circle the other way, into a slam. Easy enough, all of you guys can handle it, correct? And camera. Full circle, slam and post. Full circle, slam and post. Make sense?
Ariel, if you're struggling with your form, we will use the bar, okay? The idea is to have the knee over the toe, single leg back into a parallel position, but nice and slow. Notice how, if I have the bar, it's going to show me which way my hips are opening up, okay? So I want to be as straight as possible down, working to that parallel position, knee over toe, pulling with the hamstring, popping the hip, okay? You guys will use weight and you will do unilateral, okay? So, it's going to be opposite hand, opposite leg, okay? We're going to go same thing, knee over toe, straight back, stabilizing, stabilizing, pulling with the hamstring, popping the hip, okay? Same thing, stabilizing, stabilizing, pulling with the hammy, popping the hip, okay? This one, stabilizing, stabilizing, pull with the hammy, popping the hip, okay? See where we are here.
Bulgarian split squat, Jakey.
Split squat, you guys either use the bench or the plyo box, okay?
Use weight that works for you guys. It's not a strength competition, it's a form competition.
So, proper form on the split squat. We're going to have our foot inverted on the box, striding out, okay? Same thing, knee's going to go over the toe, no lunge. Knee over toe, down to parallel, okay? Stretching this out. Imagine a straight line from your knee to your shoulder. Back up, locking it out. Straight down, back up, locking it out. With weight, it's going to be the same thing. Dumbbells to the side, popping out, down, parallel, up, locking it out. Down, parallel, up, locking it out. Okay, what about that front side post? Same thing. Popping out, down to parallel, locking out.
Now you're focusing on your sequencing, so it's a little bit more brain involved. Really be focused on it. First one is pole walks. Most of you guys have done them before. It's a very simple exercise, focusing on getting into the scap at the right time. Pole will start in front of you with your hand roughly shoulder height, or position you would be releasing the ball. Left step, right step, pull into scap, step through. If I drop the pole, thank you. I'm in the same position I would be throwing, loaded into my scaps. So all the sequencing work that I'm feeling is getting into the scap at the right time. Pull out in front, left, through. That's all I'm focusing on. Getting into that scap. Please make sure that when I land, I'm ball above forearm. If you're gripping too low, getting into the scap and your elbows leading above your hand, you're doing it wrong. Make sure that when I step through, hand is above forearm, and in a proper connected position ready to throw. Easy enough, right? Most of you guys have done our body weight sequencing drill, being here. This is the initial part of the sequencing drill. From here to here. Here, loaded in the scap, to rotation to here. That's the main emphasis of that drill. Now we're going from here to finish. Very simple. What part of the throw does this drill miss? Anybody understand it yet? In this drill, am I able to get into external arm rotation? So I don't have anything leading from my external arm rotation to any forward progress. That's what this sequencing drill will do. I'm starting in external arm rotation with my hand around the pole like such. Does that make sense? Where should we be when we grab the pole, Kyle? Yes, Christian? Inside 90. So I'm gripping it out here and I'm outside 90, I'm doing it wrong. Make sure through my external arm rotation, I grip the pole such so that I'm inside 90 through my external arm rotation. Got me? Glove side, same thing. If I'm gripping, I'm fully extending my glove side. Does that look athletic? Does that look correct? Does that look connected? Not a shot, but here does. So I need to make sure I'm connected with both arms. All I'm doing is I'm getting to my stride, and I'm pulling down with the glove side from external arm rotation to through. Your shoulder will be a little funky. It is not a fast drill. All it is feeling from here forward into sequencing. You're feeling from external arm rotation into pull down. So all that's telling you guys is I should still have a higher, firmer glove side through my external arm rotation. I'm here, so I still have room to pull on the forward progress of the throw. Does that make sense? Just a little bit of sequencing, understanding where the glove side should be during our external arm rotation. Come from here, firing forward. Firing forward and posting. Firing forward and posting. It's not a very fast drill. You guys will feel a little bit of stretch on your shoulders. It's perfectly fine. You got to understand once you grab the pole that you cannot do it fast. It's not a fast motion drill. You will tear up your elbow. Don't do so. Do it slow and controlled, and you're trying to feel the motion of the glove side while you're still in your external arm rotation. Make sense? Grab it in the camera. Glove side firm. Hand flips around the pole like such. Grab the pole. I'm still inside of 90 degrees. Stride rockers. High firm glove side while I'm still in external arm rotation. Slow motion to launch. Slow motion to launch. Slow motion to launch. Easy enough. We can do that, correct? Plyo ball, glove side, throwbacks. Understand, the sequencing drill that I just showed you was focusing on what? What did I just say? It's a question. Hogan, what did I just say? Focusing on inside 90 is focusing primarily on the glove side and where it should be during our external arm rotation. A lot of you guys have problems with the glove side pulling down, but during external arm rotation, we already completed my pull down. So you have more in the tank where we still need to be a little bit more in this area of our pull down when we're accelerating forward, so we still have some more room with the glove side. That's what this drill is going to be on. All of you guys, the heaviest weight you should be using is the green plyo balls. Don't try to man up and go to the black ones. It's not about that. Stay with the greens, please. Stride rocker position. Shoelaces forward, hips cut, belt buckle all to the target in front of us. Scalp load. Rocking forward, rocking back. Slow motion to deliver to launch. From here, all I'm doing is flipping the glove back, throwing the ball as hard as I can to the wall. That makes sense. The hand flips over, and I throw it back. Like my glove side is extended, just like a Bauer, just like a Stroman. Same time as my arm side is going to go from my external arm rotation and flip forward at the same time that the glove should be kicking back. If you want to have a kickback in your delivery, it's not necessarily a bad thing. As long as we're staying connected through the rep and then it flips back, it's connected. That makes sense. If we're going from pull down to a disconnect and then we sling the ball back, that is a disconnected glove side. No bueno, doesn't fly. Make sense? Come from here. I whip the ball back. I'm not really concerned where the ball goes. All I'm concerned is feeling the pull down of the glove side and the flip, keeping this fast. I'm trying to throw this ball as fast as I can behind me. Not concerned about where it goes. Still posting up. If you need to, sometimes you'll have that feeling of that back side, that right leg needs to step forward. Perfectly fine. More concerned about the glove side breaking through. Does that make sense? Any questions on this drill? Many ball deliveries. Christian, you want to show up? On the mound. I believe Christian Scott holds the building record. Someone break it, please. What was that, Christian? 37?
39.
39? This is gracious. You don't need the L screen? You'll be on the mound, either stretch or wind up. Does not matter to me. We'll go through delivery, primarily focusing on the arm path. Don't miss out on the arm path. Gigantic. Go ahead, watch Christian. He throws it down to a one hop. What are you focusing on doing this, Christian?
Opening my hips before the ball comes.
Many ball deliveries. What's next? Long toss. Playing extended long toss. Get the ball up, get it out far. Or pull the pole, or farther than pull the pole. Get it high, get it up in the air. Light tower high, if not at least 20 feet in the air. Most of the sure most of you guys are aware of, how far does my long toss program play in like ELO? It's based off of 20 feet in the air. 20 feet in the air is the same height as the building, and it's the same height as the safety net, the bullpen. So if you're looking at those charts that says, oh, if I go 300 feet, that simulates 90 to 92. Keep it 20 feet off the air for those charts to be right. If you go higher than that, the charts are wrong. Make sense? Doesn't necessarily mean I can't throw higher than 20 feet. Just means that the chart numbers are going to be skewed. Throw the ball high, throw the ball far, and get after it. If you're not 3 to 5 hopping your partner, you're not far enough. Throw farther. Got me? Good. Now, back outside, you have conditioning with Coach Jake. You can hold plates and pinch them. Pinch plates like so. You can't handle it? Those dang dumbbells in your hand, and you walk. Super simple, right? You can all handle it. Want to go more? You can pinch the dumbbells a little harder. Pinch the plates a little bit better for me to go and pinch. Make sense? Or if you want even more weight than you can pinch, go to the trap bar. Load up that trap bar. Kettlebell walk. Christian, Marcus, you guys want to do the other one with the band? If there is, if you want to do the one with the band added, you're more than welcome to. But a standard kettlebell walk. You'll balance the kettlebell, holding it 90 degrees here and a perfect L in front of you. All you're doing, walking in a straight line. You'll get your forearms working, trying to stabilize the kettlebell, holding straight up above you. You'll feel some shoulder stabilization as you walk. Your elbow wants to move around. You need to hold through your chest and your back. Keeping the kettlebell stable, you need to hold your forearms, keeping it above your body. Make sense? Easy enough to do. Easy, right? Do so.
We're just going to finish up with some sprints. We got 5 10-yard sprints, 2 90s, and 160. Alright, just finishing up. We'll start out of today's position. Exploding, working on our first step movements for the first 5, and then we're working on our longevity and endurance for the last couple. Okay? So we'll start with sprint position. Let's explode. 10 yards out, stride it out. Okay? We'll work into a 90 base pass. Okay? Or a 60. Right there, which one? Which tree is the 60?
For the 60-yard sprint, the second tree, far right. The first tree on the right. Second tree moves closest to the right side of the elevation. Even with that tree, go about 10 feet to the foul line. Right to the foul line is 60 yards. Finish up at 160. Now, 60 yard, if you don't remember, is 180 feet.
Eccentric step down. This is part of the weight section. Okay, I missed 2 of them earlier. Alright, eccentric step down. Grab the stabler box. Okay, it's harder to do on that one because it shakes a little bit. You're starting up. I want you guys to find a box that's comfortable to where we can get to a 90 degree. Okay, if you're a little bit taller, you might have to get a taller box. Okay, we're working on a full depth squat. We're stepping up. We will push the plate out. 5 seconds down, stepping down. Back up, pushing the plate out. 5 seconds down, step down. If you can get the full depth, 5 seconds down. Okay, back up. Alright, pistol squat, right? Alright, pretty simple.
Can you reverse it so it's for the camera space?
Show the camera. We're going 5 seconds down with the press. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to that parallel, okay? If you can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up, okay? Nice and easy. Last one in that section. We got the landmine attack right here, okay? You guys should be able to handle a 45-pound plate. If not, go a little bit lower weight. All right? We're pressing up, leaning into it, okay? We're going to just do a rotation. Might have to go a little bit wider. Side, around to the other side. Trying to keep those arms straight. Back to normal. Okay? Keep that slide leaning forward. Side to side. Okay? That's a 10-inch side.
Core, very simple. First core exercise is called the rower. Rower is very simple. engages the full core. You start, hands over the head, straight line, fingers extended, feet straight up. Your knees tuck in as close as they can to flat feet. At the same time, your elbows fire up into a crunch. Knees inside of elbows, feet flat on the ground. Hold for a quick second. Back down. Move forward. Back down. Super simple core workout. You knock out about 100 of those, you'll feel your full core firing. Make sense? Next one, Coach Jake.
Table chops.
Table chops.
Table chops. You guys will grab the red or the black pen. Okay? Go ahead and wrap it right around this bowl up here. Paddle knot. Okay? Working on getting fully extended, just a hip to shoulder rotation. Okay, small grip. I will find a nice little resistance on the band. I will start here, and I will chop down to my hip, resisting the rotation of my hips, okay? We're not rotating the hips like that. We're resisting that rotation, and it's all trunk and core, okay? All trunk and core. All right? From there?
Plate overs.
Plate over. Good. Sitting back on the bench, arms are at 90. We're just going straight down, 90 degrees, and pull it over. 90 degrees, pull it over. Arms are staying at 90 the whole time. Okay?
Focusing on forward, flip side pull.
Yep.
Next.
Alright, plank. You guys already did single arm plank, so we'll just go into a plank position. Okay? Forearms, no butts up like this. We're going to be like this. Don't slouch the hips, but tuck the hips a little bit. And just holding for 30 seconds, okay? Pretty self-explanatory. Why not be plank, right?
Next.
Plated twist.
Plated
We
twist.
got plated twists, leg lifts, and skyscrapers. Beauty. So plated twists. I prefer that you guys keep your legs straight, okay? Really use your core. Don't take it away, okay? Legs straight like so, back and forth, okay? Skyscrapers. You start with the plate back, like so. Coming up, all the way into extension, okay? Back down, all the way into extension. Leg lifts. Legs going to start up. Shoulders are coming up. I'm just bringing my legs up. Just like so. Okay? That's it for core.
That's it for core. TRX stretches. Everybody inside the cage, focus on Coach Jake. Please let the camera get in there first. For those who don't know how to use TRX straps, over here is a great place to be as well if the cage isn't big enough for you guys to fit in.
All right, TRX stretching. Okay, this is going to be our total upper body stretch, okay? We have our TRX M's. You will take a step forward. If you want to go both feet, you can, but I prefer taking a step forward. Stretching it out. 10-second hold, okay? Nice little stretch. You'll go to the T. 10-second hold. Okay? We got Y's. 10-second hold. Rotators. Just step forward a little bit more. Really let those arms hang back into external rotation. And stretch it out. Okay? Little posterior shoulder. You guys will grab both, like so. We're taking a step over and just letting it hang. Okay? Get that whole back shoulder, okay? Letting it hang. We got our lat stretch. We go over the top and just let it hang. Okay, stretch out the whole lat. All right, and then the last one is just a total back stretch. Find a nice little spot. You're just gonna hang back and stretch out the whole back. Okay?
If you do these wrong, you can hurt your partner. Make sure you're paying attention, be in the right positions. Sure, to the right leg earlier.
So, when we start out with partner stretching, you gotta make sure that his hips are stable, okay? You don't wanna have them go up like that and have his hip come off the ground. Alright, so we're gonna step over, stabilize if you guys want to, put a knee down on that bad boy. Alright, just go up and we stretch the hamstring. You find that path of resistance. Okay, once his legs start shaking a little bit, okay? So it should be comfortably uncomfortable, okay? Stretch them out. Go from there, we go to an adductor stretch. Okay, so you get the leg out to the side, stabilize that leg, make sure the hips are down, stretch it out. Okay, find that shape, bring it back. Coming across, getting the ITB. Try to focus on keeping his hip down on the ground if possible. It's a little bit harder on this one because his trunk's rotating a little bit. Now you just push it up until you find that shape. Right there, and you hold. Okay, 30 seconds if possible. Okay, it's a post stretch. Go from there, bend the knee into a piriformis or hip rotator, okay? Pushing up, finding that resistance right there, and then just stretching. Holding it, and that's it. Heel step up, and go straight to a lunge, okay? Getting that hip flexor, lunge it out, and then just a nice slight little twist, okay? Get that whole hip flexor. Stretch that nice and tight, okay? Ooh. Now we'll go bands and bench stretch, okay? So if you don't have a partner to stretch you out, we'll go banded one. So we'll throw the band right around your waist. Roll over the toe. Hip down. Try your best at keeping your hips down. It's harder by yourself. You can't push that resistance as much. Pull up. Pull on the band. Get the hamstring. Pull to the side. Get the adductor, okay? And you pull across. And get the ITB. Okay? Pretty simple. You get those three muscles pretty easy. 30-second hold. Alright? The last two stretches will be on the bench. Okay, move this over. We have the rotator or piriformis stretch. We kick this bad boy up on the side. And we're just going to lean into it and let that knee drop down. Okay? Just let it stretch, let it sink, okay? And last but not least, we'll get the quad and psoas up on the bench, kick it out, just leaning back into it, stretching it out, okay? Just holding the stretch. Alright? Alright?
If you are doing the full stretch prior to workout, this is about a 10-second hold. Post stretch, about a 30-second hold for all of the exercises. Does that make sense? Not going to overstretch before you start gearing up. That's why we're doing the dynamic warm-up first, and you get your blood pumping, moving the blood through the muscles, getting it warmed up, and then 10-second hold stretches. Post stretch will always be a little bit longer, a little bit more recovery, letting blood flow through the muscles for a longer period of time. Good to go? Good to go. Before the stretch and before the core and the conditioning, you have your lung toss program. Like I said, get it high, get it far, throw the ball really hard. After that, you guys are done. Completion of that should take about 2 hours. It is a pretty brutal workout. Get through it all. Understand the form is a lot more important than you pushing around a lot of weight. Make sure you get the form down. Make sure you get the form down before you go fast. Make sure you get the form down before you add weight. All that's important. If you have any questions about anything that you are doing, what should you do? Ask questions, please. That's what we're here for. Deal? Got it. See you, boys.